Use the Force.
Well, I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but I finished work and people are driving like complete fucking dicks today, so camera has to be on. A couple of things I'm going to talk about. One of them is my CBT is due again soon. I can't believe it's come round again already. So I've got that rebooked, and that's 6 years of riding done. And that'll cover my next, my 7th, my 8th year of riding. It's ridiculous, I can't believe I've been riding for that long. It's gone so quickly. And before anyone says, and I know people will say, you want to do your full test, blah, 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 blah. I don't have the money at the moment, there's no point in me doing it because I'm not going to get a different bike for a while. And I don't have the time to take off work or the ability to do it at the moment because this is my busiest time of the year. Nice and simple, do the CBT again, continue as we were. It's worked fine for the past 6 years. Maybe I'll get to 10 years and then I'll decide, yeah, maybe it's time to get a licence. No, I suspect it'll be before then. Hopefully. Amber. Fucking every time! What is it with cars pulling away on the amber? Are they trying to squish me? Yeah, I know I'm filtering, so that's going to piss people off, but it also does make me laugh, because they're like, oh, I'm going to go on amber. It's like, I can still go on green on a 125 and get in front of you. You dick. One other thing, and this seems a bit ridiculous to point this out, but I'm getting so many personal messages at the moment. I mean, I must have like 200 and something in my YouTube one, and probably just as many in my Facebook one, and I just don't have the time to go back and reply to all of those. I try and read them all, so if it's really important, it's like a question that I can quickly answer and actually it's an important thing, I'll try to do that. But when it's basic shit like, what camera do you use, what helmet have you got, what bike have you got, what exhaust is it, where did you get it from, all this sort of stuff, that's all been covered so many times, I'm just sick of telling people. So my biggest hint to everyone that wants to know little bits and pieces is just to look in the description. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is answer some of the sort of more commonly asked questions I get. Things which people might not know, I have to admit, because, can't assume everyone's seen all my videos. So I'll try and answer a few of those now. Now, one of the ones I get quite a lot, not so much recently because I haven't actually used that visor for a while, is yes, mirrored visors are technically illegal. However, I have discovered that if you use them responsibly only on like sunny days and you don't use them at night particularly, then the police don't seem to be too fussed about it. However, they can use it as a bit of an excuse to pull you over if you're being a bit of a dick. It sort of gives them an open invite into pulling you over 100% of the time if you've got that on. So, bear that in mind. The reason I haven't got it on, as I say, is the fact that at night you shouldn't use it. Mine's got a tint to it, which is about, I don't even think it's 50%, so it's within the tint laws, but you're not allowed mirrored full stop, because apparently it reflects sunlight back into people's eyes. Where I'm working late, and changing the visor on an Icon variant is a little bit fiddly, because it's got screws and stuff, and it just takes a little bit of time, and basically can't be bothered to keep switching it backwards and forwards while I'm doing this many night shifts. Another one I get all the time is, Spicy, where are your mirrors? Spicy, why don't you have any mirrors? Spicy, is it legal to have, and repeat 1,000 times. Now, if you went to this amazing new thing I discovered the other day on the internet, what's it called? Google, and you check out on there, you might find that in the UK, it is not an MOT requirement, i.e. not a legal requirement to have a mirror or mirrors on a motorcycle. If you have them fitted, and you go for an MOT and one of them's cracked, that would be a failure for your MOT. If you unscrew the mirrors and throw them in the bin, you then pass. So it's the same as indicators. So basically you don't have to have them, but if you do have them, they must work. Some people say the safety issue. Now I've explained this one 1,000 times before. Unless I have my mirrors on a fucking great big bar out here, I actually can't see shit in them. And I find that doing shoulder checks more regularly and doing proper checks is better, and I've had less sort of near misses and stuff, because before I used to be doing shit like this, like going, I can't really see what's trying to look in my mirror, when all I really need to do is go, and I know exactly what's going on back there. Okay, so that's why that is that way. meetups, shoutouts, etc, etc. Now, me and Jake talked about this in the second dual vlog we ever did. I'm getting so many messages lately saying to me, Spicy, do you want to meet up for a ride out, blah, blah, blah. Please take no offence, I am quite flattered that you'd want to do that. However, you're going to have to see it from my point of view, which is when I'm asked maybe 2 or 3 times a week, and I barely have enough time to fucking live at the moment, because I'm working really long shifts, and it's just, I don't have time to ride. So literally, this is why my videos at the moment are made in between shifts. But if I say yes to one person and no to another person, that person could then be a bit sort of like, oh, well, you met up with this person. And you know, it's like, well, why are you saying no to me and yes to that? As I say, beside the fact that I just don't have time to do that, also, as Jake said before, now, what do you think it's going to be like? It's not like we can talk, we'll just be riding next to each other, you know? And it's a little bit weird as well, because I have a lot of people that get in contact with me, and they all feel very much like they know me, and you have to remember that I don't know you necessarily. I mean, I get to know a few people along the way, some of my followers, like on Twitter and stuff, I talk to them, and I recognise usernames in the description, in the comments and stuff, and so, as I say, take no offence, I don't mean it in any nasty way, but although most of you, and probably all of you, are all perfectly well-intended, grown-up people, there will be some that are homicidal maniacs who just want to rape me in the arse. And it's not something I'm really in for, you know? And then afterwards they'll be sending me messages like, do you miss me? And I'm like, yeah, I missed you, and I've got more bullets. And then the shout-out thing. I'm asked a lot by people to give shout-outs, and they don't seem to understand that if I just give a shout-out all the time, then again, why can I say yes to some people and no to others? And not to mention the fact that I'm very often asked by people to give them a shout out to their channel which has no videos. Oh, I'm making videos in the future. So what you're asking me to do is to give a shout to a channel with nothing on it. Like, go and check this guy out. He hasn't got any videos. See what I mean? So I've always said to people, make a few videos. If I find myself in awe at their awesomeness, which I might do, then I may well give you a shout out, but if I do, it's going to be an independent thought. If I'm asked, like if people ask me to sub their channel or ask me just to go and like a video, I'm not going to do it unless I actually want to, because it makes a complete farce of everything. And Jesus, I can't see shit still. And as I say, I don't mean any offence to anyone through any of this. I'm just going to be blunt with you, because otherwise you're not going to get the point. Okay. Thank you for that. It's the widest fucking turn I've ever seen. Yeah, just say some people aren't going to pick up if I'm a bit more subtle about it, so I'm putting it very bluntly so you just get what I mean. But it's, as I say, it's not meant in any offensive way. Now, I've already sort of covered why I'm still on 125. There's videos about that, and yes, they're basically the same answer still. It's a lack of money. People don't say, and then people say, oh, well, why don't you set up a fund? I've had this said so many times, and I've so many times had to say thank you for the offers, that is very nice, but I'm not taking handouts. I'm not a charity case. I'm going to, like I always have done, I'll work my way through all the problems I have, and then I learn from my experiences. That is better for me as a human being than to say, yeah, give me money. Why do that? What's this flapping around? This is not my cock, okay? That, can you see the shadow? This is not my penis. Look at my penis. But I'll run through my gear, because a lot of people ask me that. Helmet, Icon variant. Jacket is actually a Hein Garrick jacket, but they don't make this exact one anymore, so forget about it. The gloves are Alpine Star SP1s. My jeans are Force Rider jeans. Links in the description. My boots are Icon boots. Icon Elsinore, I think it is, 1000 range boots. They are lovely. The exhaust. Oh God, how many more times do I get asked this? I've put it in the description. It's been there forever, but still I get asked. My exhaust is a D.E.P 3 exhaust. I bought it from Sinnis when I picked the bike up. It was already fitted on it for me. I don't know how much the unit cost of the exhaust is exactly. I can't remember. I think I did mention it in the review for the bike. I don't know what it's going to be like on your bike. No, I haven't rejetted it as far as I'm aware, because as I say, it came from the dealer. I'm pretty sure they didn't rejet it. So hopefully that is going to answer a lot of the most commonly asked questions I get, and it will stop me going insane reading the same comment again and again. That's a roundabout. You're amazing. You're just so great at driving the way you just drove the wrong way around a fucking roundabout. On Twitter earlier on about this, and someone said, well, it's because people don't want to see you from behind and think, they look alright, and then when I turn round they realise I'm a man. I'm 6'5". How many fucking women do you know that are 6'5" and general normal men are going to go, that's a big